3, 2, 1, and we are live. Hi. I pretty up myself because we have a guest tonight. Yes. We're ready. Let's see who is already on time because I'm on time for once. Yeah, I know. I hear you clapping. I hear it. Thank you. All right, Truck Life, pick up yourself. Tony Mystic TV, bonjour. Depuis le Paris, la Paris. Depuis le Paris, salut. Make sure yeah man guys, like up the live stream. We just started and today I'm gonna share where we are going. So very excited about this upcoming expedition. Yeah, I am so excited guys. I cannot wait to tell you, and then our guest will even tell you guys more about it. But of course, we're gonna see who is tuning in tonight, who wants to know where Mermaid is going. um, and then what else? What else do we talk? Yeah, I don't know. Whatever you guys want to talk. I also. What is this? Yeah. And then we I have a new video coming out tomorrow. It is so beautiful. I found another amazing what. Hold on. I love this. Yay! Larry, big up yourself. Larry, high five. Virtual high fives. I just have the coolest subscribers. I don't know. Like, you see, I saw me like start to thing. I got a super sticker from Larry. Thank you so much. He just sponsored me 2 cups of coffee. Yeah, I love it, Yeah, man. So, and of course, I'm going on the road this weekend. So, I need my cup of coffee so I can drive where I'm going to. Yeah. Tea tonight because I don't know why. Last night at 2 o'clock in the morning, I was like, bing. I was just awake. Like, I could have gotten up. Like, I was awake. And I'm like, what's going on here? It's 2 o'clock. It's not time yet. And then, when that happened, you are awake, you start do stuff. And then when you are and then when you have to get up, you cannot get up. Anyway. So I just turned on a podcast and then I time it for 10 minutes. And usually that works. I will listen to whatever and then I will fall back to sleep. So, yeah, man. All right, let's see who is here. We have Cool Gamer. Greetings. Christopher Fuller. Greetings. Jamaica Lifestyle. Blacks TV. Greetings. How are you doing? I'm good. I'm excited to share. Julian, greetings. Julian, listen to the expedition coming up. Star Tile, greetings. Dave, Barbados in the house. Misty mornings. Love it. Yeah, man. Things are in planning, and I cannot wait for you guys to share where the mermaid expedition is going to. Let me tell you guys, 2 years, is it 2 years? Or 1 year? No, can't 1 year. We had an attempt already for this expedition, but then it never happened because of the weather conditions. So, of course, this expedition is still never know. We don't know and is never 100% sure because it always depends on the weather. Mermaid stuff is depending on the weather. So, and so I'm going to tell you guys, just waiting a little bit for everybody to come in. And then we have my guest. Yes, Jaydon, marine, how you go? Biologist. Tuning in at 8:15. So don't miss that one. Fitzroy, greetings. Simon, long time. How are you? Chris, come on, Jess. My name not that hard. I know. No. It's easy. Christopher Fuller. Oh my God. Yeah. Don't send me to no spelling bee. Saltilux, greetings. Saltilux. The expedition's gonna be nice. You would love that one. You know, Salty Lux, actually, if you ever come to Jamaica, you probably, I don't know how we're gonna do it, but this expedition would be something you would be totally interested in because a lot of marine life. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So what we're gonna talk about with Jaydon is of course what's expedition about, what do I need to pack, how do I prepare for such expedition, and why do we go there, why blah 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 blah. And yes, and then of course you guys also, if you have question, the marine biologist is tuning in tonight, so you can ask all your smart questions about lionfish. Pipote rouge, greetings. Yeah, man, yeah, man. So soon tell you, Lux. Soon tell you, Salty Lux. Soon tell you. And then we have Sayman. Greetings. Here on holiday since 2 weeks. Italy is super good. Nice. Italy. Oh, where in Italy are you? I love Italy and I love Italian food. See. Wendy, Brown, greetings, good night. So, guys, tomorrow I'm dropping another video. I found such a gorgeous waterfall. I know a lot of waterfalls, and some might think, "Do you still find other waterfalls?" And then yeah, even me, I'm like, "Can I still find new waterfalls?" But I found one, and it's near in Ochi, Saint Anne. So I went to Saint Anne last weekend, exploring this waterfall, and I cannot tell you again, it was like just Jessie in a candy store. I was like, oh, this is so beautiful. It was really lovely. So that video is gonna drop tomorrow. Tomorrow, Friday, 5 o'clock. Yeah, tomorrow 5 o'clock. I'm gonna upload that video, and then you guys can check out the video and let me know if you have ever been to that waterfall. Yeah, man. Lago di Garda. Nice. I'm all ears. It's hair maintenance night. Ooh, nice. And girl, your locks, I love them. Like on your lionfish video. Yeah, the lionfish video. Yeah, I see it. Very nice locks. I think you have like twice as much as me. Very lovely. Yeah, they need a lot of work. I mean, that's the advantage. I don't have a lot of locks, so it's less heavy and less work. But I sometimes wonder, like people who have like these long sister locks, people's sister locks are very fine, like fine, fine, fine. Sometimes like, whoa, this is a lot of work. So I kind of prefer like thick locks. Yeah, man. Cortez looking lovely. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Cortez, yes. Fitzroy, Tadi. So guys, how was your day? How was your day? How was your day? Are you excited about my upcoming adventure? Joshua, greetings. Truck life. So I was driving, and then there was this huge truck trying to back up into the parking lot, and he had to literally be like in an L shape, like the head of the truck, and then his whole thing like this. And I think that's the only time drivers are patiently waiting, observing how the truck driver is handling this big truck. And I'm like, that's even taxi drivers will calm down and be like, all right, let's give the driver some time handling his big truck. I'm always like, oh my God, how is he backing up into this parking lot? And I like truck life. Big up yourself. You guys, truck drivers, I don't know. That's like some unique skill handling these big trucks and parking. They say, man, respect, look superb. Thank you. Frank, from Guadeloupe. Bonsoir, Jessica. Je voudrais savoir s'il y a un endroit qui s'appelle Saint-Thomas en Jamaïque. Oui, il y a. Oui, oui, oui. En fait, le vidéo que j'ai mis en ligne de Rasmoko, tout ça, c'est à Saint-Thomas. Oui. Ouais, 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 ouais. Pourquoi? Tu connais quelqu'un de Saint-Thomas? Have you chosen your YouTube handle yet? You know the nickname for YouTubers to at you with? No, Star Tile? Not yet. Not yet. So we have still I don't know. So that's still open for suggestions. Submariners sounds interesting. What was it? Adventure Family, Mermaid Nation, Adventure Family. Yeah, no, what was it? One was Yardie, Yardie Adventure Family. I know. I have a couple of suggestions. Um, yeah, haven't made up my mind yet. It's a little tricky. I don't know, but we will find something, or maybe two. Maybe I go with two. Why not two? If there's two, maybe I call you sometimes submariners. Depending on what I'm addressing. If it's a dive content, then I go with one, and then if it's more cooking or hiking, I go with the other. I know. Mermaid Marina. Yes. Personally, I kind of love something a little more general because I not 100% doing diving stuff. So I kind of not necessarily even wanted to have mermaid in the name, because we also go hiking, we explore, the country, we travel, what we do, we cook sometimes. Yeah, we cook. I want to do more cooking, definitely. I want to feature some more chefs on the channel. If there's a chef here, please let me know. I'm happy to feature you and we go cooking. um so yeah, so maybe that's why I kind of love Adventure Family, you know but then also it's a little something nice spin to it will be cool. Yeah, you said Mermaid Expedition. Really? Did I say that? Expedition. Oh, or did I make a mistake? Sometimes I'm multitasking. I write titles, then I want to upload, then I'm working, I'm answering the phone, and so sometimes, yeah, I might have mistakes. Let me check. Expedition. Did I say that in my title? Expedition. Hmm. Larry, Blue Mountain. Larry, what do you mean, Blue Mountain? Dave, good night. All blessed love. Blessed love. Greetings. Adventure life. Adventure life. Well, so Chris, what we're looking for is a name for the subscribers. So, like, if I say good night, submariners, good night, adventure family, something. Sometimes it's just nice where I can, give you guys like a name which includes you all. So, adventure life therefore would not work. I'm dying to find out where the waterfalls are in St. Mary. I'll be there next week, and that's my hood. St. Mary. No, I'm going. Oh yeah, there's one in St. Mary. I'm about to explore, but we didn't have time. And it's probably not going to happen this year. So we went to St. Anne, but I know there's one I saved in my story, and I think it's in St. Mary, which I have actually never been to. So, spearfishing mermaid. Big up, Jessica. Sea love. That's you are doing, girl. Greetings, Dave. Good evening. Or is it good morning for you? Yeah, yeah. So that's what we're looking for. Looking gorgeous. Thank you. Thumbs up. Yeah, man, guys. Remember to give this live stream a like. And what time do we have? Okay, yeah, we could still go to 10 because guys, we having a special guest tonight on the live stream. Yes, and I'm super excited. Jaydon gonna tune in. Yes. Thumbs up. Frank from Guadeloupe. Non, je confondais avec Saint Thomas, les îles Vierges. Oh oui, non. En fait, tu sais, il y a quelqu'un dans ce chat, Saltilox, elle vient de Saint Thomas, l'île que tu parles. Oui. Alors, oui, elle vient de là-bas. Et puis, oui. Ici, c'est juste une arrondissement, c'est ça? Ouais. On a un arrondissement qui s'appelle Saint-Thomas. Dave, right. Morning, morning, good morning. I hope you're having your coffee. I have my tea. Mm-hmm. So Star Tile, so you're going to be here for Christmas. Guys, it's already almost Christmas. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? How do you spend your Christmas, guys? You celebrate Christmas or not? Is this like no time, or is it like big feast? What are you cooking for Christmas? Like, what is your dish? Do you have a dish? A special dish? Let me know. I'm curious. So yes, so we're waiting on my special guest, and then with my special guest, we will talk about the upcoming expedition which I am preparing for. Mermaid expedition. Ham. Oh, Christmas ham. Nice. Well, I hope in Jamaica people can afford anything, because right now prices are through the roof. If anybody is planning to visit Jamaica, be prepared. Be prepared. It's gonna be double than from it's been, or triple from what it's before. No, I will be there for Thanksgiving leading up to Christmas. I leave about 4 days before Christmas because I don't want to be no one Santa. Yeah, you know, right? Having my blender natural organic smoothie. Nice. I love that to wake up. Yeah, man, that's a good breakfast. That sounds good. Star Tile. Have you been to Thailand? Did that happen? Did I ask you? How was it? Yes, so guys, please give this video a like. And then also tomorrow, I know I said it again, but I'm going to say it again so you can look out for the video. And remember, share these videos. You will help me a lot. A lot, a lot. This channel needs support. Yeah, so that is that. So yeah, and then guys, it's almost Christmas and it's so busy. I'm already booked out like until January, like every weekend something. Can you imagine that? I I need more weekends. It's already busy, 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 busy. No, I've been to the Philippines though. Right, but I think you did plan to go. Was it for your birthday or was it just to travel? So you never ended up going. I see. It's been about 3 years since I've been to the Philippines, and next time I will go to Thailand. Oh, Thailand. Probably Cambodia and Vietnam and a few other countries because it's easy to hop in from Manila. Ah, yeah, I heard Cambodia is super nice. Well, they're everywhere. Like Asia is just beautiful. The Philippines, same, must be super nice. Vietnam as well. Oh, that must be super cool. Yep. I never been to those places. The only place I've been is Malaysia. I've been to Malaysia and oh my god, it was so beautiful. So definitely that's some good destinations to visit. Yeah, and then what I love with those destinations, at least you can afford like food has been super cheap. Like cheap, 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 cheap. And it's just more fun to travel if you can, like, if you don't always have to look and count your money, if you can spend it or not. I mean, that's the thing. You don't want to look on your money when you travel. You be like, I afford this travel, so I want to just enjoy myself. But still, you want to have some money to get home. How tall are you, Jess? Someone told me that you are taller than the average. Yeah, yeah, I'm tall. I'm tall. I'm one. I am 178 centimeter. 1.78 centimeter. That would be like 5'9". I saw you go. Is it 5'9"? Yeah, yeah. I'm tall. Is with this thing, like social media or artists, sometimes it's so funny, like automatically if you see somebody on TV or an artist, for some reason you always assume that they are tall, and then when you meet the people in real life and they're not tall, you'll be like, you're so-" especially because I'm tall, so it's easy to be small. I'm like, oh, you're short. So this is always very interesting. The amount of people I thought they're tall, and then when I saw them in real life, they were like, you know, um, yeah, but I'm tall. So when people see me, they be like, "Oh, you're tall." Yeah, tall enough to kick everyone's fresse. Yes, absolutely. So yeah, 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 tall, tall, tall. His tea is so good. Elbow cuffs, perfect weeks. Yes, yes. But I always like, uh, I'm like, girl, why did you just assume that the person is so tall? I mean, all right. I saw like Beyonce. Beyonce is not tall. Tony Braxton is very short. She's very small in like um Tom Cruise is very small, short. So maybe because, yeah, I don't know, because I don't know, people would think this is an action figure, so automatically be like, oh, he's a tall person. And but they're not. So yeah. I even heard, like, at that time, like sometimes some artists will have like the dancers and everybody will have to have about their same height, so that it doesn't look like they are actually small. So they all kind of have to work with it, with somehow. I just remembered something I forgot. Oh my god. Anyway, I just remembered out of the blue that I should have sent something to somebody today and I didn't do it. Yeah, brain, why are you reminding me now? A little late to remind me. Yeah, man. So yeah, 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 yeah. So far only Larry said what he's having for Christmas. Ham. No. So what are you guys having? Nothing? Ah, yeah, Christmas, Christmas. Um da da dee da da da. What time is it? Okay, we see good time. Yeah, man. So looking forward for this expedition, and I guys, again, sometimes I don't even want to talk too much, but I have to talk about it. But because it's so weather depending, I'm sometimes like, oh, what if the weather is not going? So I did all this hype, and then it's not happening. But it's gonna happen, and you guys gonna send out some positive weather prayers that we're gonna have great weather, little wind, no strong currents, perfect sea condition, nice and clear and pretty and clean, and lots of fish. Yes. So, guys, I really wanted to say a word, but I cannot pronounce it. So maybe if I wonder if I should write it. Let me see. Hold on. I'm gonna write it out, but I don't know how to write it either. Oh my God. Has everybody ever experienced like you want to search a word, right? To even translate it, and then you realize you don't even know how to pronounce it or to spell it? Oh, it's oh, oh, that was good. Oh, I found it. All right. So here we go. Hey, Gary, how are you? Haven't seen you for a while. Cheers. Hey, I got another coffee from Gary. Big up yourself. Virtual high five. I love it. So, guys, so these coffees here, they're going on the expedition because it's it's not a short expedition. It's actually a couple of days. Yeah. So we need a lot of coffee. Gary says, "Oh my God, I'm shorter than Jesse." Oh, really? Yeah, no, I'm tall. I'm tall. I'm tall. We'll be sending you 4 days before. Oh, Dave, that's so cool. I'm looking forward. Okay, I'll be having peace and quiet. Ooh, that sounds good. Physical appearance is one thing, but your spiritual, mental appearance is much more. Absolutely, absolutely. This is so true. This is so true. And and again, sometimes like, and that is social media has heightened that a little bit, that there's this image of a person, like, I don't know, so easy to just, talk positive stuff and just post all these positive quotes, and then you meet these people in real life and you be like, huh, don't you read your own quotes? Like, oh my God, the amount of time I was so disappointed in certain people because of what they portrayed on social media, and then in real life I was like, ew, that's sad. Not all that. Yeah, so definitely that is so true. Your like the appearance is one thing, but like your real character and how you are with people, like in real life, will really show you who you are, right? How you treat other people. And that's always a thing. You can always talk, but then how you treat other people really shows, who you are. Yes. Legend of the Blue, greetings. Oh, really? That is so cool. Yay! Please leave one for me. I'm supposed to come over, hopefully. When do I come over? If it's not this weekend, it will be the next. I don't know. I'm supposed to come over one of these weekends. Please leave one snapper for me. Jessica, what do English speaking people think about German words like Rat Hotel or the Raststuben? I don't know. Never thought, never heard anyone share an opinion about it, so I'm not sure. That would probably be a question for somebody in Germany, like an English speaking person in Germany. But here, I don't know. Carrie, greetings. Oder der berühmte Wanktunnel. No, I would literally have to ask somebody in Germany their experience. Yes, because nobody knows over here in Jamaica. They wouldn't know. It's like, huh? What is that? Solstice meal, squash, nuts, maple syrup, greens, fish, berries. Make grandma special. Can we try recipe? Ooh, nice. That sounds very nice. Yeah, famous maple syrup. Carrie, the same thing happened to me. I stopped interacting with a YouTuber because of her double standards. Yeah, it there. I don't know. I mean, of course, we humans, we all humans, and I mean, generally, we shouldn't have like idols. No, we all the same. We all have our good and our bad, and we all should be less judgmental, but we should just be good person, and we all make errors, right? So to say that. But you know, and we can improve. So yeah, so if it's with the, so with now with the platform, like you say, Kerry, like if you just see that the person is always showing this one side, and then you see them in real life, and then it's like, "Huh? That's so sad. Like this does, like it doesn't match what they're showcasing." And so I learned my little lessons with a couple of personalities, and so I was like, oh wow, this social media is really a thing. Like anybody can just show up. It just did never occur to me that maybe like there's like real fake stuff going on. Like people really faking a personality what they are not. um so yeah, so definitely back to appearance is one thing, but what is really important is your true persona. And that's by the way, I love this live stream here because we can really connect, because sometimes a video doesn't necessarily allow, hmm, a video will always have, is always like what you say, it's just different. Here we talk, we connect. But on a video, depending on what kind of video, like a travel video, you might more have to focus on the location and where you're going, and less maybe on. It's not like this. Like this, we connected. Lion Locks, greetings. Sorry, scusi. What means double standards? Ken, wagwan. Same thing. Yeah. So the same man is asking, Kerry, what in your context you mean what's double standard would mean? And then, okay, guys, also in the meantime, I found the word. I I don't know if I should pronounce it and then you guys have a laugh. Should I do that? Because I don't know. I did not know this. I'm gonna post it right now. I'm gonna post it, and I didn't know that we are this. You ready? I did not know. Hey Lenny, how about you? How do you react to fun in the public? Well, Wendy, so that there is, so all right, for example, we would have always this live stream, right? You always see me and I never see you guys. So we can have like, I have like people here, I see you guys, we connect. But if we would meet like on the road, I would not recognize you, right? So some might almost be offended, like, hey, it's me, like, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, who are you? You know? So not understanding that it's very one-sided. And they can almost take that a little offensive that I'm actually not knowing who they are. And then they would have to tell me the name, and then I have to go through my couple of subscribers. I'm like, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And then maybe I need another help to actually locate them. So that is a little tricky part sometimes. um and I just appreciate when everybody also knows that we are persons, and we also you know if there is respect on meeting people, and meeting also when I meet people, then absolutely, I think. But so far I try to be nice to you guys. But I'm generally like, I'm a very open and outgoing person, like as naturally. So interacting with people comes very naturally to me. I mean, I work in the tourism sector. I always been in the tourism sector. I always been interacting with people. I'm the outgoing person. So if there is a weird vibe going on, then usually something is there. But you know yeah, but I had like already a couple of interactions of subscribers seeing me on the road and like, hey, yeah, and and we just vibe and talk, and that's cool. Again, respect, it always just goes both ways. um it's like any artist, your work is different than your whole realness. Yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. All right, so this is the word archipelago. Archipelago. So this, we are this, Jamaica is this, and I did not know. Did you know? Did you know that we are an archipelago? Am I, guys, am I saying this right? Archipelago? Archipelago. Archipelago. I'm not sure, Anyways, if it's totally wrong what I'm saying, you have a good laugh. That's neat. I like the deep meaning of many islands all together. That's perfect. Yeah. See, you can't see our ugly face, but a lot of people know you. Is that a problem for you? No, that's not a problem at all. I mean, I love it. Again, as long there is like respect of you know, it goes both ways. I have no problem as long people are kind, and yeah, are kind. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Ah, yeah. Archipelago. Guys, did you know that Jamaica is an archipelago? Huh? I did not know. Peter, hi ladies. Jess, greetings from Charlotte. NC, greetings. Greetings. How are you? Line locks, how are you? Line locks, is this Cameroon flag? You have it in your profile picture? Yeah. Because what I see is that your followers are mostly friendly and nice. I have very lovely followers. Like they are really, really nice. And I guess because we are having still a good size, I feel like the bigger the channel, you might attract more, you know, trolls. But so far we've been very, very blessed so far, and we not had to deal with a lot of trolls. Yeah, I hope it stays like this. Good vibes. Yeah, man, Wendy. People, did you know that we are an archie? Nobody's answering me. Maybe you don't even know what an archipelago is. It's like a couple of keys and islands. Oh, Guinea-Bissau. Oh, nice. Guinea-Bissau. That's so cool. Are you from Guinea-Bissau? Nice. What's your favorite fish you cook and with what? Pepote, my favorite fish is lionfish, and actually, and actually, um, you see my last video, how I did a lionfish, I steamed it like in foil, and I cut up like the plantain and cabbage and onion and sweet pepper, and you just cut up everything and some butter, and then you stuff it into the lionfish and you close the foil, and then you roast it. It's so good. I love it. And then I just love like a good fried barracuda. Even though I'm always a little scared to eat the barra, but yo, if the like fry barra, Escovitch. I love it. With some with some with some fried dumpling or green plantain. So simple but so delicious. Um yeah, I really love that for the lionfish. I love that one. Guys, if you're not sure what I'm talking about, I posted the recipe on my last video. Last video where I got what do you call it? Where the lionfish sting me. I saw you. Juke me. The lionfish juke me. That video. At the end of that video, I'm sharing a lionfish recipe, and that's my favorite so far. Actually, Raj from Spearfish in Jamaica introduced that recipe to us on Lee's birthday some time ago. Man, time is flying. I think that's already like 2 years ago. Yeah, but Raj did cook that one. That is like an old video, but I loved it. So this is like, yeah, lionfish. That's the way I love it. Um, Lion locks. No, I'm from USA. Okay. The whole world is bundling here in your channel. Super good. Yeah, man. Say, man. It's very international here. I had to look it up. The word. We're connected to many islands. So yeah, we are a part of a group of islands. So Jamaica is just is the biggest one out of all the little keys. So the more famous for to be in archipelago is like Indonesia or these places where everybody knows basically it's an archipelago. But like Jamaica is lesser known or most don't know. Yeah. Yes, you are in a greater Antille. I'm in the lesser Antille. Ah, please don't talk about super lekker food makes me hungry at 2:15. Oh yeah, I know, right? Yes, same man, you so right. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna just drink tea. So yes, salty luck. So I did not know. I just thought, well, Jamaica, and it's Jamaica, right? I did not know that we're an archipelago. So excuse me if I'm pronouncing it wrong, but so you know what I'm saying. I put it here. I highlighted it here. So the expedition is actually, ooh, Jaydon is here. Yes, guys. So I have a special guest already in the waiting room. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. So I'm gonna call in our special guest for tonight, and we're gonna talk about the upcoming expedition. So, Jaydon, I'm gonna bring you in. So how I'm gonna do that again? Add to the stream. Hey, there we go. Can you hear us? Can you hear me? No, we can't hear you. Hold on. Can't
Can you
unmute you
hear
again.
me?
Oh,
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Hey, what's
Guys,
up?
can you hear Jaydon? Yeah, we can hear you. Perfect.
Mm.
Yes. All right. I'm super excited. We have Jaydon in the live stream. Hi, Jaydon.
Hey, Jessica.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
You know, I'm Jaydon, I'm so excited. I'm sometimes trying to be not like also I have to think I don't want to be too excited for an event so that when it get cancelled, I'm not too disappointed, but I just can't help it. I'm very excited about
Well,
this
you should
upcoming.
be. You're going out with the Yardies, so you should be. You're going on. I think what should be your first offshore expedition for Jessica Cargill and the youth on our YouTube family. So you should be excited.
Right. So I haven't even told the guys where we are going and what's the plan. So where are we actually going?
Well, we're heading on November 24th. We're heading offshore to the Moran Keys. We're heading to the Moran Keys for a 3-night, 4-day expedition where we'll be diving and fishing, camping, and exploring the Moran Keys. That's what we're going to be doing.
Nice. So, and right, so I was trying to tell the people the archipelago. How am I saying that?
Archipelago, right? That's
Archipelago?
right. Archipelago, yeah.
So, guys, so Jaydon, for the people here tuning in, so we have right now a couple of people in the live stream. Who introduce yourself quickly to our lovely people here?
All right. So my name is Jaydon Law. I'm a marine biologist. I studied at the University of the West Indies. I am also a PADI open water scuba diving instructor, and I live in Kingston, and I work and teach in Kingston. I operate. Well, I'm the director, one of the directors for Yardie Environmental Conservationist Limited, which is environmental company that does a wide range of things. We offer wide range of services. So some of the things that we do here in Kingston, we do mangrove tours with schools. So even today we had Holy Child would come out. Last week we had Arden, and we basically take the kids into the mangroves, and we we use the boat as a floating classroom where we explain to them the importance of the mangrove habitat and what they can do to protect it. We implement projects. So one of the recent projects that we're wrapping up now is one with NCTFJ, where we're training young people out in Port Royal to do CPR and AFR. So that's emergency first responders, and to be tour guides and a few other things. Just basically a capacity building for Port Royal, as it expands to, accept more tourists and, things like that. And then,
Lovely.
right. And then on the scuba diving side, now on the weekends, because we mostly cater to Jamaicans, what we do is we have something called Try Scuba Diving, where we're able to introduce persons who might not necessarily be strong swimmers to scuba diving. So what they'll do is they'll get to try on the gear, they'll try on the equipment, and we basically just hold their hand and walk them through it, and they get to go underwater and experience the thrill of breathing underwater. And scuba diving for with the yardies.
That is super cool, guys. So, guys, I will of course leave all the information in the link. So, if you're in Kingston and you want to either try scuba diving, like he said, or you are already certified, same thing. Yardie Divers is your location here in Kingston, and you can go a lot of shipwreck, right? Shipwreck diving.
Well, we have dived at shipwrecks. We have about 4 shipwrecks at various depths for various levels of diving, and then we have a bunch of different reefs, and so that we carry persons through. And because we're in Port Royal, we have
I don't have a cat, so I don't know.
we have anchors. It's not like you have a cat. We have anchors. We have
I'll
anchors
find
that we
somewhere.
dive on and so on.
Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. So I have a question. How did you actually got how did you got into that job? Like why or how did you start to study?
I was born for it now. I mean, I
Yeah.
do feel like that sometimes. But what happened is, as a when I was younger, I was always into nature. I was always, watching, the Discovery Channel and so on. And I think my uncle of mine, he carried down some videos for me, and it was a set of 3, but one was missing, right? And the one that was missing was a feature on the Great Barrier Reef in Australia, and that video was down under, so like life down under, because they refer to Australia as down under. And I only saw like a preview of it, but it was so colorful, and I just remember all the colors. And I remember them saying something like, explore this world with marine biologists. And I knew from then I wanted to be a marine biologist. And this was when I was very, 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 very young. And I managed to stick with it, and here we are today.
So is are there were there a lot of students or is it like something where it's still very low in demand? of
I mean, at the
yes.
time, there weren't really maybe a lot of students. Um, but what happened is not a lot of them went on to actually scuba dive.
Mm.
You know, so and not a lot of them get to work actively in the field as much as they'd like to. So there's that. But more and more there, I meet students and graduates from the University of West Indies who are marine biologists.
You think the fact that we have a lot of Jamaicans not knowing how to swim is contributing maybe to people shying away from it?
Yeah, for sure. Because I didn't learn to swim until I actually completed my degree or was close to
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I grew up in Mandeville. And Mandeville is in Manchester. We don't have any rivers there. Mandeville is landlocked. We're not on the coast or anything. So I actually had to learn to swim while I was at the University of the West Indies.
This
Um,
is so cool. And that
yeah,
never
yeah.
stopped you. Like you'd be like, well, I just learned it.
I mean, eventually I know that I was going to do it. I knew I was going to do it. So yeah, I learned, and a month later I was getting certified to scuba dive.
Yo, look here, we have Salty Rum Diaries, you know. It's a rare thing. Pick up yourself, Salty Rum Diaries. Lee
Nice,
in the
nice, nice.
house.
Leon in the house.
Jaden, I tell me the story.
Yeah.
Did you know that he couldn't swim?
I couldn't swim. When I was
This
learning to
is so
swim,
cool.
I learned to swim. I mean, I look above average height, and some of the people, it was kids. They were like babies at the pool, like 5 year olds who were like practicing for competition, and I was
Eh.
there just learning to blow bubbles. Yeah, so it
But
was
you
a
had
very
no
humbling
fear of
experience.
water.
Oh no, I was terrified of water. I was absolutely terrified of like
No
the
way.
yeah, yeah, I was terrified. I almost drowned as a on a family trip to the beach one day. You weren't allowed to go to the tank by yourself. I mean, unless I went to country and I was with my grandma. But no, like it was something that you had to like proper work on and overcome, and then be like, yeah, I'm going to do this. I know. I think I'm fine now.
Aquaman.
Maybe.
This is really impressive. I don't know. It's just so cool that you choose like your field of study in something you know you have to swim and you know it's in water, and at that point you don't even actually swim and you're
No.
even afraid of water. So
Limit.
impressive. Impressive.
I
Um
have some very good friends around me um who really helped and made sure that I made it through to the end of that swim test and so on.
okay, so I have a question of one of the subscribers. Indeed, does you recognize changes by the climate change? Like, do you see it?
Oh yeah, for sure, for
Mm.
sure, for sure. The most evident one was in 2019. In 2019, we were working on this. So we took a break from diving in Port Royal for like a month,
Mm-hmm.
and it was just before summer. And so we took a little break. We are working on this movie here, and then when we came back to dive, quite a few corals at one of our dive sites came on trader, were bleached out, were completely bleached, and it was so evident because I remember I used one particular coral as a marker, just to for my little route that I'd carry the persons on who I'm diving with. And I remember swimming past it, and I was like, "Oh wow, this is quite extensive." And I remember taking a video of it and everything. And then when I went back, like a couple months later, it was completely white. It was dying. It was dying. The whole thing was dying.
So, for
And
people who are maybe not familiar with this, what is bleaching and what does it cause? What causing the bleaching?
all right, so bleaching is something that occurs in coral when they basically lose their cells, right? And so they have like bright colors, and then when they start bleaching, their skeleton is exposed, and they just go white. They just go completely white. and it's very, very, so in the same way where, unfortunately persons might be, you know bleaching their skin, or bleach something and it goes white. It's the same thing that happens to the coral, and that is why it's called bleaching.
So what's causing it?
So what we've noticed over the years is that um a rise in temperatures, a rise in the temperature of the water, and it's not a big rise. It's a small shift will cause the coral to expel the algae part of it, and just die
So is
eventually.
can they is can you save it, or can they come back, or is it just them dead and gone? And
Well, I'd like to think that we can save it. I have a bunch of colleagues right across the world who are doing their part to try and save it. So coral work, coral farming, where they'll set up coral gardens. So in Aracabessa Bay, they have coral gardens where they are outplanting corals, so they're growing corals. Alligator Head Foundation in Portland, that Salty Rum Diaries is a part of. They're up there planting corals, growing them and outplanting them, trying to bring them back in areas where the numbers are low.
so are
So
those corals now better equipped to live in the warmer climate water,
well,
or?
yes, that's what we believe. So the ones that survive are the ones that are more tolerant to the temperature changes.
Mm,
So what you do, you propagate them, and you try to get more of those.
mm,
Right,
interesting.
right.
All right, question relating to climate change. I have seen climate models with most of Florida underwater, but none of Jamaica. What will Jamaica look like according to these models?
Well, I'm not sure what models they're looking at, but I actually saw some for Jamaica, and one of the first places to go is going to be downtown Kingston, apparently. So if so in the same way that they would say certain parts of Florida underwater, is the same way that there are parts of Jamaica that would be very, very much susceptible to, to global warming and rising water levels in coming year. Well, in the, whenever that will happen, there are parts of Jamaica that will happen. And one of the places that stood out was definitely downtown Kingston. And of course, it being so close to the water, it's not far fetched to think that these places would definitely be susceptible to, rising water levels.
Mm. And then we have another question. What does the future hold for Jamaican waters, like in regards to overfishing and coral reefs?
All right. So one of the main problems we have in Jamaica, well, two of the main problems we have in Jamaica, we have overfishing and pollution. We're a small island. We have a large, part of the population that depend on our marine resources in one way or the other. So from the fisherman who's going out there and catching the fish, to the guy on the beach scaling the fish, to the housewife who comes and buy the fish, all of these persons depend on these marine resources. You can do your part to protect the little that we have remaining, you know, by observing the campaigns that are going on. So one of the most recent ones that we have is the save the parrotfish. So the parrotfish are a critical part of our ecosystem. They help to keep the reefs clean. They produce sand for our beaches. And a lot of other Caribbean territories, they don't eat the parrotfish. They've seen the benefits of having parrotfish. They know the importance of the parrotfish, and they don't eat it. Jamaica is one of the few Caribbean territories that really eat parrotfish in the number that we do.
Mm.
Another thing is proper garbage disposal. The Kingston Harbor is the seventh largest natural harbor in the world, and it's also one of the most polluted harbors in the world.
Ah.
All of the gullies in Kingston, drain into the harbor. When you're in the harbor, you can see as far as to Portmore, which is a whole other parish, and as far as to Harbor View, right? So you're seeing all of that, and all of that coastline there, whatever rivers, whatever gullies that come in, they all drain in the harbor. they all drain into the harbor. So when we, when persons, and I still can't believe that this is a thing, but when persons, throw garbage through the window or you throw garbage in your gully, it goes somewhere. And that place is the Kingston Harbor and it washes out to sea. It gets out to sea and it causes all kind of havoc. Marine animals get tangled in it. Sea turtles eat the plastic bags thinking that it's jellyfish. Marine birds, they eat it still thinking that it's fish or food, that kind of thing. And it smothers the reefs, it smothers the mangroves. you know we need the mangroves to act as our important habitat for a wide range of organisms, and all of these things are affected by our actions on land.
Mm-hmm.
And I strongly believe that if more Jamaicans were able to get out there, go to the beach, go to the river, learn to swim and see what it is that we're actually trying to protect, I think that a lot of these issues would be resolved over time.
So another questions are like these big cruise ships on ships in general. Are they dropping their garbage into our harbor?
No. So as far as I know, I don't know of any cruise ships dropping the garbage in the harbor. Cruise ships are governed by strict um rules about disposing waste at sea and the types of waste that they can dispose at sea and so on. So I would like to hope that they are adhering to these rules, especially when in Jamaican waters or any waters that they're in, and they're doing the right thing and disposing of their waste correctly.
Mm.
But I mean, the reality is we've been under COVID for quite a few years and we haven't had any cruise ships coming here. Well, we haven't had, a lot of cruise ships coming here. They're just starting to come back.
Mm-hmm.
But there's still garbage in the harbor. When the rain falls and you're driving out to Kingston Harbor, there's a bunch of garbage out there. That's not from the cruise ship.
Mm.
That's from the Jamaicans living here.
Yeah.
So again, we'd like to be concerned about what is happening around us, and I get that and I like that. But what are you doing? Are you actually, using a reusable bottle? Are you reducing the plastic that you use?
Mm-hmm.
Are you making sure that something as simple as, you know, when you tie up the garbage, you put it out. Are you securing it so that the dogs don't get to it and scatter it about and it ends up in the drains? So these are some of the things that we need. Are you, pressuring an MP to ensure that there a garbage truck coming to collect your garbage? Are we advocating for more recycling projects? You need to start looking at the things that you can do on your day to day, and when we start there, then we can start getting up to the bigger things for sure.
Yeah, definitely. In regards to that, we need still a lot of education to happen. To It's education. If I look at some of the first world countries and how they behave when it comes to waste and
Mhm.
recycling and all this cool stuff, I mean, they're not born with the knowledge, but they've been just educating already from school, and they've been really out there educating on the effects to the environment and how to to be better at it. So here we definitely still have a lot to do. But I have another question. So back to our expedition to the Keys. All right.
Mhm.
So what can people still sign up if they would want to join?
We have limited spots available, but they can go ahead and contact me through the Instagram page. My contact information is there. The Instagram page is Yardie_divers. They can
Mm-hmm.
contact me, and we have a few spots left to fill. Um,
So see, pipe guys, if you a few spots. So if you are actually interested in joining this expedition, then head over to Yardie Divers Instagram and contact them. Of course, I will leave all the information in the description after this live stream. So how does one prepare for this expedition? What is important? What is like? What do we pack?
well, to prepare for an expedition like this, it all starts with a list. You write down a list of everything that you think you're going to need for 3 to 4 days, right? And you ensure that you go through the list. You want to go through it at least twice, and you think about it. If you had signed up with us, we have a recommended list of things that we think you should carry, and you can match it up against that. You can tick or add, you can take away or add whatever is important to you, but it all starts with a list. Write it down so you don't forget it.
Mm.
From your toothbrush to your toothpaste to your tent that you're going to sleep in to your mat to a
Fresh water.
fork. I mean, well, we provide fresh water on the expedition, but yeah, all of these things, you just, it all starts with a list.
So, is there anything on the island?
So my business partner Llewellyn, he's been there before, and he says it's very similar to the Pedro Keys. But yes, there are things on the island. There are a few trees or some shrubs, but nothing much though.
No
Nothing.
bar? No.
No bar. You have to carry your own bar for sure.
Is there trees? Are there trees?
Yeah, apparently there are a few like palm trees, maybe some coconut trees, like one or
Hmm.
two, and then the
Deserted
rest is
island.
just shrub.
All
Yeah, but
right, all
for the
right,
most
guys.
part,
This is
it's a
deserted.
deserted
Nobody
island.
lives on that island, and we're gonna go there.
Fishermen
In
live out there
terms
from
of,
time to time.
yeah, any special birds we can expect there, which we might not see here or should see, or
Most of the
not
birds
really.
that you'll see out there, there's only one particular bird I can think of, and it's called a booby. They might have boobies out there. So the masked booby, these are one of the birds that we find them here in the Jamaican waters, but not so much on land, not so much on the mainland. Sorry. So they live
Mm,
on these, on these keys.
mm.
So we might see some boobies out there. We might see the masked booby and the brown booby.
Ooh, cool. And what can we divers? So, what do you expect, or you think we can expect in terms of the marine life out there?
Well, I'm pleased to say that this is probably one of the first times in a very long while, and definitely more than a decade or even two, that they're going to be like scuba divers out there from a dive club. So it's all going to be new. It's all going to be exploratory. It's all going to be, we're all going to be experiencing it together.
Mm.
So, I'm looking forward to that.
So we can hope for some nice reef.
Yeah, we can hope for some nice reef. I heard that there's a wreck out there that I'm interested in
Ooh,
exploring. I heard that the fishing out there can be very good, so I'm interested in exploring that as well. So we're going to find out together.
yeah, nice. So catch, cook, catch, cook, catch, cook.
But catch, clean, and cook.
Catch, clean. Girl, clean the fish. Yeah, we do everything. Guys, don't worry. We're gonna have everything on the camera. I'm gonna show you. Jaydon gonna show you how to clean it properly, the right
That's what you
techniques,
did, Jessica. Good one. Good
the
one.
right techniques, and all of that. Where is the machete on your list? I'm not even sure if we need machete because probably there's barely a tree out there. What are the planned activities once you guys arrive on the plane? So yeah, what are the planned activities when we reach out there?
Well, there's going to be a lot of snorkeling, a lot of diving. Usually after diving, you tend to be tired. So, you're going to carry a book, we're going to have movie night, we're going to have bonfire, stuff like
Really?
that. So those are some of the things that we have in store.
What movie we gonna watch?
I don't know, maybe a scary one about people living
No,
alone on
I
an
don't want a
island.
scary one.
We're probably going to have a scary one for sure.
I can't be on a deserted island and watch a scary movie. Hello?
Why not? Why not? I
No, I
don't think
want a
anything
happy
wrong with that.
movie. Jaws.
I think it could be fun. I think it could.
Scary. I'm not gonna watch Jaws.
I think it could absolutely be fun.
Oh man, this is so good. Say man, yeah man. So say man, I will bring the spare gun and I hope I can, catch one or two nice snappers and so on.
Yeah. Well,
Who's
we'll
the
see.
chef? Do we have a chef?
Yeah, we have a chef. We have a chef who's coming out.
So we don't depend on my cooking skills. But guys, I heard Jaydon is a very, very good chef. I don't know. I never tried his hand, but maybe out there he might. I don't know. You might cook
maybe, I don't know if I feel
for
the
the
vibe.
vlog.
If I feel the vibe, maybe.
All
Who
right.
knows?
If
Maybe.
I catch, yeah. If you, oh, you might. Hey, you think we have lionfish out there?
There should be. There might be lionfish. I mean, I'm kind of zookeeper and my trusty, my sling. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Mm.
Oh, someone in the live was saying
Castaway.
we should watch
No,
Castaway.
Julian, I don't want to watch that either.
Yes, Julian, for sure. One of the nights we're going to watch Castaway. Another night we're going to watch The Lagoon. And then another night we're going to watch The Island. I think is what it's called. Anyway, yeah, I have some movies that we're going to
Look
watch.
here, play with your links and try have Wakanda. I want to watch Wakanda out there.
I mean, I'm not sure we'll be able to get that, but we'll see what we can come up with.
All right. All right, that's fine. That's so cool. So, guys, you can so guys, we're going on this expedition. I have never been to the Keys, and this Keys is so how far? How long? Like how long? How
So
long is
they're
the ride
about
to get there?
40 miles from Morant Point and about another 60 miles from Port Royal where we're going to be leaving from.
Like in time, like how much hours would that be?
We're looking at about 3.5 hours worth of travel time.
Cool. So which is further, the Moranki or the Key?
Or Pedro Keys.
Pedro Keys.
Right. So Pedro Keys is further. It's 90 miles from Port Royal.
Which one is bigger?
I'd say based on what I know, I'd definitely say Pedro Keys.
Pedro Keys. Oh, okay. Is there a reason, like, how do you decide if you go Pedro Keys or we go Moran Keys? Is
No, it's just we're just doing different expeditions. So somebody was asking, what do we do? Someone was asking how often do we do these trips?
Oh yeah, John.
Right. So we try and do the trips like maybe twice a year. There are 2 weather windows where the weather is good, and we try to do those trips. So one in April and one in around October, November.
So guys, if you love my vlogs, which I'm gonna produce, and you be like, oh my god, I need to experience this, you can then sign up for the next one in maybe April around that time, right?
Yep. Yeah,
Cool.
for sure.
So yes, guys. So if you just tuned in, we are talking about the upcoming expedition. End of the month, we are heading to Moran Keys. It's about 3.5 hours boat ride to get there. It's a deserted island. Nobody lives there, and we're gonna be camping on the island. And because we are all happy divers, that's all we do all day long. We've been diving, so that's like mermaids paradise. We're just gonna dive all day long, exploring the reefs, exploring the marine life, and then cook a little bit and these things. So yeah. So that is what's coming up, and I'm super excited. So we have one question. Does all participants need to be in top physical condition, or is there any requirements to be actually part of such expedition?
Well, I mean, for expedition like this, we have you fill out medicals and so on. And once your doctor approve and we are comfortable, then we would happily accept you on the trip. But we do reserve the right, if we think that you're physically whatever physical state you're in will not allow you to make the journey, and you might be a risk to yourself and others, then would encourage you to probably sit the trip out, because it does take some amount of physical energy to get through these to these trips. So it would be good if you were in good physical condition.
Like experienced maybe, or
no, just fit and healthy, just fit and healthy. That's it.
Cool. John says he's working on his scuba certification. Nice, nice. So you guys, if you want to get certified, Jaydon also certifies at Yardie Divers. So if you're interested in learning and get your certification, voila, that's also where you can do so. Again, guys, there is still a few spots left for this expedition, which is happening end of the month and is very, there's not a lot of people who actually been to the Keys, and it's part of Jamaica because Jamaica is an archipelago. So we're going to explore those Keys. How am I doing? I'm getting better because I want to actually say that in my vlogs. I'm practicing this word.
Archipelago.
Archipelago, yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, so that's what's up. Is there anything you would like to add in regards to that expedition?
Um, I think I just encourage more Jamaicans to get out there and explore the island. Look at it, appreciate its beauty, and then you come to realize what it is that we have to protect. Earlier you mentioned that in other countries, you're from Switzerland, Jessica. We have a bunch of Jamaicans that live in North America, and in these countries, there are very strict rules about how garbage is supposed to be dealt with. And when we go there, we adhere to them, and we recycle and we split up the garbage into what it needs to go into, and there are no questions asked, and it's done. It's
Mm.
ready. It's done without any kind of hesitation. Yet when we're here on a much smaller island with arguably way more resources to protect, we don't do it, and we pretty much destroy it. Yet people leave their homes, come here to spend money, and sometimes what they're seeing is garbage on the reefs and garbage on the beaches and so on. So I'd say take the time, go out on the weekend whenever you can, and go to a beach. Go to a beach. Go there and appreciate the country.
Mm.
And I think it will give you a better understanding as to why we need to protect it.
And actually, speaking of it, I really think we the people can come up. All right, so guys, there's the sad part of, so there were in the past some good campaigns, but then there's lack of funding, and then those campaigns just disappear. But I guess we can just not wait on the government to have some funds which they would allocate to actually educate or raise awareness when it comes to that. I guess we just all have to come together and try our best to educate the people as much as we can. And speaking of that, maybe we should have, like, maybe when we are out there, we can maybe brainstorm of a good little campaign which we just can do, you
That's a
know
good idea, Jessica. That's a very
and
good
then we can,
idea.
I mean, we have nothing to do out there after we done snorkeling, right? maybe
I'm sure there'll be plenty to do. I'm
Maybe
sure
that
there'll
will
be
be
plenty to
something
do.
we at the bonfire we talk about. We have, when we come back, of something we can do as a little campaign to launch and to say, all right, this is a little, I don't know what we're gonna do, but we have time to discuss and what we can launch as a little campaign when you come back. If it's, I don't know, if we're doing a cleanup or if we create a little video, or I don't know. I guess we
Mhm.
are there to can talk about that.
Yeah, of course, for sure.
And
Somebody
we
was
have
asking about.
platforms like, it's me, we have Salty, Rum Diaries, we have like your guys, like, and I know there's a we know we have, even on the social media space, there are lots of people we already know who would jump on sharing like that sort of message immediately. So it's just really for us to put it together, and then you know
Yeah, I think it's possible. I think it's very possible.
cool, I love it.
I think it's very possible for sure, and it's something that is needed. You know, um, Before the pandemic, we were working on, well, there was the Another Tip Jamaica campaign. That is something that my colleague Megs and I worked on. With Jamaica Environment Trust, and that unfortunately that campaign kind of came to an end. But think there are things like that. They do help. They do make the difference.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. That is so true. Here a question: why don't they recycle in Jamaica?
They do. I just don't think it's done on the scale I would like to see it.
Hmm.
Um, but it does happen. Recycling does happen in Jamaica. It's just not on the scale that you'd like to see.
What I believe, actually, Jamaica, we do not have a recycle plant, or I don't know what you call it. So, so that's money, and we actually, when we do recycle, it's actually shipped out. Am I
Right.
correct?
Right. I do believe it is shipped out.
Yes. So we shipping out the stuff. We do not have those recycle plants. So yeah, it's always come at the end comes down to money or allocating the funds to such cause, I guess, which
Right.
is always
Recycling is
noble.
energy intensive. So
Hmm.
it does require a lot of power that we here on the island. I don't think we have that amount of power.
Yeah.
So but we do have initiatives where plastic bottles are collected, and I do believe that they are shipped out.
Yeah, yeah. So, guys, if you are in Kingston, there are actually a couple of stations where you can. I know at Chilitos, and I know the radio station where Miss Kitty works. All these places, you actually can recycle your plastic bottles. You can bring them. There's a recycle place, and you can just drop them off. So there are a couple of recycle stations in Kingston, which I know of. So it's there. Um, Something else I wanted to ask: recycling. Yay, the baker! Greetings. Thank you so much. I got a super sticker. Thank you. Yeah. What I wanted to say, I wanted to say something. Was it in regards to recycling? Gary says, I wish Jaden and Yardie was were in Miami.
Uh if only. I mean, we did actually. We got our certification to be instructors in Key Largo, Florida, which is just a few, well, like an hour or so drive, or two drive from Miami. So we have a special love for Florida, especially the Miami and the Key Largo area.
So can that be a next expedition where I can join? Like, can we go there?
Where, to Miami or to
Mm-hmm.
Pedro?
No, to Miami.
To Miami.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'll see.
I heard there's some great dive sites.
Oh, amazing! It's really good, and
Mm.
it's a testament to what happened when you protect the environment.
Yeah, so much we could implement as well.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot.
But again, people, I really believe that the government can do one thing, but we as a people, we can also, be part of a change and a movement. So instead of saying what is not good and what is not happening, we just try to be the change and try as much as possible we can do. That is my take on that. And I want to actually say, so Jamaica banned foam boxes and plastic straws, right? So, I mean, I think that was very, like, wow, something into the right directions, because when we did used to do the beach cleanups, these styrofoam boxes would be like all over.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So we would actually literally see, if you do a beach cleanup, what actually happened to those boxes. And we produce, not produce, but we use a lot of those. So you know I really thought that was great. Like, yes, you see, if the government does say, "Reh," everybody had to find a solution, and now they have biodegradable boxes all of a sudden, and they find
Yeah.
nice straws made of bamboo and I don't know what kind of material. And I'm like, wow, why? Like, yeah.
Yep. Someone in the comments said it was lack of political will.
Mm.
Yeah, so eventually I guess they sorted it out. Someone is asking, does Jamaica have the potential to be a shark tourist destination like the Bahamas? So it's funny that asked that, because we're currently working on the Jamaica shark tagging project, which I won't say too much about. We're getting there. So eventually we'll have something that has the potential to attract tourists, but it's more on an educational and a conservation side for sure. I mean, most shark tagging projects across the world are educational and focus on conservation. So yeah, but it's something that's coming.
So when you say that's coming, like next year or the end of the year, can we hear more about that?
Hopefully by
Or,
next year April it will be on board.
ooh, hear that, Julian? Sharky, Sharky. All right, cool, cool. Nice, nice. Inspiring to see someone who looks like me and knows so much about marine. Like, yeah, nice, nice. Love it. The waters, the Bahamas. And again, yes, political will definitely, but I also like countries like, developing countries or third world countries, their resources are already like not almost not existent. So they're like it's missing on all ends. So unfortunately, environmental causes, they like on the back, like way back of importance.
Yeah,
So that's very unfortunate.
yeah, but
But
it's funny
again,
that funny it would be. It's because even though a lot of the times they find it hard to protect the environment, but at the same time, it's the same environment that has the resources that have the potential to change the economic climate of our country.
mm,
So it's something that needs to be looked at.
if you have vision, right?
Exactly. So it's
Yeah,
something that needs to be looked at very carefully.
yeah. So what do you think about the tilapia business, like pushing that?
That's fresh water. I deal strictly strictly salt water. But I mean,
I
my
think they want to
preference.
have people not love parrotfish so they can love tilapia. I don't know what this.
And that's I mean that's absolutely fine. But I love fishing. I absolutely love fishing. I love eating pelagic fish. Um, I do enjoy snapper, but it has to be like a decent sized snapper. I don't eat parrot fish.
Hold on, when you
Um,
say pelagic fish, what do you mean?
Deep water fish, a fish that live out in the open water, in the blue water. So marlin, mai or dolphin fish, um, wahoo, Spanish mackerel, king mackerel. Those are some fish. Barracudas. Those are some fish that live out in deep water. That
Oh,
not so much barracuda. Barracuda actually live on the reefs, but all those other species, the wahoo, the marlin, the sailfish, the mai, all of those fish, those are pelagic species and get quite large.
oh. So the other day, one of the subscribers, she's a diver as well, was asking if we have a hawkfish. Do we have them here? Do you see them?
Very rarely we do have hogfish, but because of our fishing techniques, they've been fished quite aggressively, and so the numbers are very, very low. So it's very rare that I'll go and dive and see a large one. I've seen a large one maybe twice. I've seen a bunch of smaller ones, more often. But because of how we fish them over the years, the numbers are very, very low. They're rare.
So they are pelagic too?
No, they're not. Those are reef fish that actually live on the reefs.
Oh. So
Yeah.
she said like they're the best tasting. She's like, if I ever get to eat one of those,
Yeah, a lot of
my
people
new
love
favorite.
hogfish. The meat is white and
Hmm.
flaky, and because of what they eat a lot of crustaceans and so on. The meat is very flavorful,
Mm.
and it's very easy to shoot because of the body type. They have a wide body, so
Oh, I hope I see. So I like the trigger fish.
yeah, but way more, easier to clean and process and all of that.
Oh, that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hopefully, maybe I can get one out there in the Keys.
Who knows?
What about whale watching? Stayed 15 years ago at Pedro's Point, most envy point of Jamaica for this, and it was amazing. Yeah. What about whale watching? Is that something?
My friends in the Coast Guard, when they go up to patrol, they say that they've seen whales out in the distance and so on. So no, I personally haven't seen. I personally haven't seen whales, but what I've seen a lot of is dolphins. We've seen a lot of dolphins over the years on our trips out to to Pedro when we go offshore. We see a lot
Mm.
of dolphins, but I haven't been fortunate enough to see any whales just yet.
Is there anything positive you can would say, RC? Because I know there's so much negatives happening around environment, and is there anything like good happening or good improvement,
Well, one of the
or you
main
see something coming back which you maybe haven't seen, or I don't know.
Well, one of the things I can say is the interest in the marine environment has definitely, there's been an uptick in it. So even having me here on your live, that is something that I don't think would have happened so readily, 10 years ago or when I was in school kind of thing. So even that alone, just the interest, having,
Mm,
your audience here engaged, asking questions and showing interest and staying engaged for the duration of this to learn more. All of
mm,
this is improvement in my opinion. Person speaking about sharks and wanting to know if we're going to be doing something positive with the sharks.
mm-hmm.
All of these, the questions here from the group, all of these things, my opinion, are improvements. The Jamaican Coast Guard require the Jamaican army requiring that all persons, once you're entering the army, learning to swim.
Ah,
Things like that. I see
mm-hmm.
those things as improvements. The persons who come out to dive with me on the weekend to try scuba diving, and they get an appreciation for the ocean, and they get to see the fish and see what it is we're talking about, what it is we're trying to protect. I see all of these as positives, slowly but surely pushing us in the right direction towards, persons who are the stewards of the environment and
Mm-hmm.
wanting to protect it and make it a better place.
Nice. Guys, we love it. One more question here. We seem to have more hurricanes. Are hurricanes having a lasting negative impact on Jamaican reefs?
So because the reefs are so depleted, um, you know, with the parrotfish that's supposed to help to keep the reefs clean, the urchins, we had an urchin die off the other day because of some, pathogen in the water. When the hurricanes come and create havoc, you know, there's not enough there to necessarily let them bounce back, how they would like them, because, we're killing the reefs from overfishing and pollution, and the hurricanes come and the reefs get damaged and they're very hard to recover. So yes, the hurricanes that we're getting do have a lasting effect on our reefs.
Mm. Is there anything? Is there any? Is all right. So we have sanctuaries, right?
Yeah, we do. We have fish sanctuaries here in Jamaica.
Like, what is the? Is there like one most successful sanctuary in the world, and would we adapt such model, or like how does that work? Like,
So that's the thing now. So each fish sanctuary, depending on what the baseline is, depending on where they were and so on, they'll have varying levels of success. And success can be, from nothing being in this area to just one fish. That's 100% increase, right?
mm,
So each area has its own, measure of success and so on. But there are some that really stand out. Like I can't remember, but it's somewhere in Latin America. I think it's somewhere in Mexico, where a group of fishermen came together. A couple families of them came together and decided to stop fishing this area for a number of years, and they turned it into a park where to go there and dive, you have to pay them.
mm,
So they closed it. The fish came back. All a bunch of things came back, and now you have to pay them to go in there to dive. You know,
mm,
but closer to home, we have the Alligator Head Foundation that manage the Portland um, East Fish Sanctuary,
mm-hmm.
East Portland Fish Sanctuary,
Yeah.
and they have had some success as well. I do believe they have a very good relationship with the community, with the port where they are. I've been there personally, and I dive with Lady Godiva, dive with Leon and David and Auntie John, and there are a lot of fish. There are a lot of fish coming back in that fish sanctuary. Um,
Do you think we will make? Is there planning for maybe to get more sanctuaries in Jamaica?
Um, right now, I'm not sure. I think we're just trying to make the ones that we have work up and operating fully before they're
Hmm.
looking into new sanctuaries. But eventually, as the sanctuaries get more successful, I'm sure that fishermen will ask some more. Well,
Hmm.
hopefully they'll ask some more.
Hmm. Okay.
So the way how fish sanctuaries work is that they are areas that you close and there are no take zones. And the fish stay in that area and then multiply. And then
Mm.
because they all can't just live there, they spill over into the surrounding area where you can actually fish. So the fishermen will get the benefits of the fish leaving the fish sanctuary. They'll get the benefits of the fish leaving the fish sanctuary, going to other areas where they can in fact catch them.
Are any sanctuary in Jamaica run by or the government, or are they all private?
No, no. Well, the Ministry of Fisheries and Agriculture are responsible for the fish sanctuaries. So they're the ones who put them in. So all of them are, under government supervision and so on.
Mm.
Some of them, might have more private help than others,
Mm-hmm.
but for the most part, the government does play a role in the fish sanctuaries and how they operate.
Okay, guys, do you have any more questions regarding the marine life? This is the time to ask. We have an expert here.
Uh,
Um,
somebody asked, somebody asked, if they don't want to scuba dive, they can still join the expedition to
mm,
enjoy the experience. Yes, so not everybody coming on the expedition is going to be diving. Surely, you can snorkel, you can go fishing, there are other things to do.
I have a master's of science degree in environmental management with plans to move back to Jamaica. How can I use this to help? Are there any opportunities to give back?
I'm sure there are, but that's something that they definitely have to contact me and we talk about off air. That's a
Okay,
whole lot
all
of
right.
other. You guys can contact
So,
Jessica for information and we can my email address and we can start conversations there.
bam bam, good stuff. So definitely you can reach out to Jade, and I'm going to leave the link in the description below so you can check that out after the live stream. And then you guys can take it from there. Like Jamaica, always opportunities. I'm telling you, there is we need skills, we need knowledge, experience, like, yes. But again, so you can reach out to Jaydon. So that is that. um so I still get sometimes people saying, oh, if the lionfish, if that is really true. Do you get that sometimes? So, like,
If the landfish is really what?
if it's true that they're actually invasive because of they are so everywhere, and if it's really true that they are destroying the reefs.
Yeah. So as an intern, I just learned to dive. I worked with Dr. Bodo at the University of the West Indies Discovery Bay Marine Lab, and we had a whole lab there set up for invasive species. One of the main invasive species at the time that they were looking at was the lionfish. So the lionfish is, native to the Indo-Pacific region where it's found naturally, where the predators, where it has predators that definitely recognize it as food, so they'll eat it. However, when the pet trade brought it to this hemisphere, in particular, Florida, it escaped or somebody released it from a, aquarium, whatever, and it got into our waters, and it wasn't recognized as a predator, as prey. So none of the predators, none of the sharks, none of the groupers, none of the snappers were eating it. So it just started to reproduce and establish itself, and it's made its way all the way down to to Brazil, all across the Caribbean, and as far as New York. So the it is 100% an invasive species that is not native here. And then the way how they feed, they're voracious predators. So they'll eat. They'll eat a wide range of organisms. One of the jobs that I had to do at the lab um the supervision of Denise Chin was to remove gut samples from the lionfish when we caught them, and we'd put some of them in vials, right? So we'd categorize them, and there were quite a few vials there, like 50 vials filled up with different organisms that they eat, a wide range of stuff. And all of these and a lot of these organisms that we found were commercially viable species that the Jamaican fishermen depend on. And here we have the lionfish that were just eating them in the juvenile stages, just eating them. Ultimately lowering the population of these fish and making there be less for the fishermen to catch. So that is why it was so important to remove the lionfish from the reefs. And we went on a campaign, eat it to beat it. We're teaching persons how to remove the spine safely, how to cook it, if needs be, all of these things. And I know you had a little rendezvous since Jessica with a lionfish. Welcome to the club. Welcome to the club. No shame in it. I've been stuck as well, quite a few times, I'd admit. And we live to tell the tales.
Okay, I find that super interesting because it's still, for a lot of people, sometimes they don't really know this lionfish and why actually, and so on and so on. So this is actually very interesting that there's no predator for it. Do you know what predator it has in the where are they usually? You said Pacific?
In the
No.
Pacific region.
Okay, you know what predator they have over
So
there?
sharks, groupers, snappers will eat them up when they're,
Oh,
uh,
so a grouper over there would eat them, but not over here.
no. So we've seen groupers here and snappers eat them, but it's usually after you kill them and they're bleeding and so on. Then they'll recognize that they pick up on the scent and then they'll have it. But naturally, when they're just swimming around, they don't often recognize them as prey.
So you have to kill them more in the water so they get sensitive to it and recognize it.
I guess, but some persons, try and feed them and so on.
Because I don't know if this is a logic which is true, but they say if a shark once ate humans, then it's going to eat humans. Is that true? Or I don't know. Is that a logic?
Honestly, there's so few shark attacks worldwide that I'm not going to. I can't really comment on that.
Oh.
When you look at how many sharks people kill versus how many persons are attacked annually, it's really hard to comment and be like, yeah, sharks behave in this kind of way and they definitely hunt humans and so on. So that's definitely not something I would say always a thing per se.
Okay. One more question. I've heard barracuda view lionfish as a prey, but only if the barracudas is very big. Is it true? I have also seen an effort to train sharks to eat the lionfish. Is this effective?
So the efforts to train the sharks to eat the lionfish, I believe, is like when they kill a lionfish, they'll simply just let the sharks have it so that they get a taste for it and they recognize it as food. The barracudas, I'm not sure. Again, barracudas are very, very funny fish. So I'm not sure, they're opportunistic. If they say something there, and they feel like they can go after it, I'm sure they will. They definitely have the teeth and the speed to go after a lionfish. So
Do you eat barracuda?
for me,
Mm-hmm.
oh yeah, I absolutely love barracuda.
Oh.
Barracuda and rice and peas with coconut milk. Whoo! Mm-mm. Finger licking
So
good.
how do you test if the barracuda is actually okay or not?
I usually probably just eat a little piece of it, but I've never had a barracuda that was bad or anything. And I've caught quite a few barracuda in my time. Large barracuda as well.
The other day, I had somebody in the chat of the French islands. I'm not sure which one it was, maybe Martinique or Guadeloupe or one of those. And it was actually banned. They're not allowed to
Oh, some areas definitely
consume,
have higher occurrences of the
consume
toxin,
barracuda.
of the cigarette toxin. So
Yeah.
some places, some territories definitely have higher occurrence of it as opposed to others. So they definitely go ahead and
Ah.
ban it. Yeah.
So you'd say that maybe our waters have a little less?
Maybe. I mean, I know I've had persons who've had cigarette, I have friends who've had cigarette poisoning before. And it's not just from the barracuda or any fish, any other predatory fish. You can get it from the jacks, the barracudas.
Hold on, what are you saying now?
Yeah, it's something that happens, from any fish that eat other fish. There's a possibility of it happening. It's just that toxin, the cigarette toxin, I forget where it comes from, but it's not always, present and around like it is in other territories.
Oh, I thought it's
So
like in a sponge or something.
fishermen will tell you that sometimes a year, the barracuda might be poison and so on, and other times it's safe. But I'm just saying, I personally haven't had any issues with the barracuda that I catch.
Mm. All right. Well, I don't know if I'm gonna eat one on the island because we're so far away from a hospital, so I'm gonna stay on the
Okay, okay.
unless you eat it first and then I'll watch you. All right, guys. So this was really cool. I'm repeating again. So this was Jaydon from Yardie Divers, and he's a marine biologist. And we are preparing for an expedition. End of the month, we're going to Morankeys, and we're going there. So that's how I say it. Nobody lives on that island, so we're gonna be there for
The deserted
3
island.
nights, 4 days. It's about 3.5 hour boat ride to get there. There's nothing on this island, so we have to bring everything: food, drink, water,
Yeah, yeah.
everything. Tent.
Sorry, someone was asking if there are different species of landfish. So there are actually two different species of landfish that we have in
Really?
Jamaica. Yeah, there are actually two different species. It's very hard to tell them apart just by looking, but they are in fact two different species.
Ah. Can you get poisoned by a parrotfish? Unfortunately, that would be good, right? Maybe then less people would eat
No
it.
comment. No comment. No comment. As far as I know, no, you can't get poisoned by parrotfish. But yeah, we still shouldn't. Well, I think we should definitely try and give the parrotfish a break for sure.
Mhm. All right. So yes, guys. So look forward. Like I'm so excited for this exhibition. Actually, we already was it 2 years ago we tried to go?
Right, right, right. And we didn't
two
make.
years ago we were ready for this expedition, but then the weather was just not right, and we then changed about 3 times the date, and until we were like, you know what, we're not going. We just have to, look for a different window of good weather. Anyway, 2 years have passed, and we're here now, and we going on this expedition. Guys, that's like, that's mermaid's paradise. All day diving, all day snorkeling, all day in the water, cooking and fishing and camping, and just, vibes. So look out for those vlogs and that expedition. I'm very excited. um yeah, I'm gonna go through the list. There's a list what to bring to make sure I have everything, which is important because we are exposed to the to the wild, to the environment, the sun, the heat, the wind, and everything. Um, so yeah. So yes, guys, last questions before we end in this lovely chat. Send me your barracuda. Julian, I haven't shot the barracuda yet, but I'm soon I'm gonna shoot my first barra and then fry him and escovitch him, and I cannot wait.
I hope I get some of that barracuda, Jessica.
Of course. Yeah, man. So if you have, so I thought that was super cool, Jaydon, talking about the lionfish, because I know there always people not so sure, what is it all about, this lionfish? Why should we kill it? Like, I get that a lot. So that was really interesting, even for me to still hear again, and I learned um to hear actually the predator. I just knew, they harm the reef and they eat all of the fish eggs and everything. So no, but nothing, I don't know. But to hear that, it was just very informative. I love it. So learning always new things is great, guys. And I hope you guys also learned something tonight. Um, Please go over to Yardie Divers Instagram. I'm gonna leave their link in the description. You also have a website. What's the website? Yardie.com.
No, it's yardieconserve.com.
Oh, so yardieconserve.com is their website,
Mm-hmm.
and you can check it out. Any other YouTuber going with you? I'm not sure yet. I haven't seen the participant list, so we'll see by end when the sign-ups is closing, and we get more information who actually is coming. I'm actually not sure who is coming. I just know I'll be there. So yeah, so these are informations which, as we go, as we prepare, I'm going to see who is going to be part of that expedition, and I'm really looking forward to it. So yeah, and if you maybe have later on a questions, again, you can also contact Jaydon on his Instagram and just ask if you have any questions related to anything marine life. What's the cost?
So the cost for this expedition is 900 US, and it's for the 3 days, the 3 days, 3 nights, 4 days, and we covering all meals, all your diving needs, and so on.
Right, so that includes the scuba diving as well, right? Which are 2 dives per day. Is that correct?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right, so you have 2 dives with that. And if you're familiar with dives and scuba diving costs, that's already a good one there. So you have 2 dives per day. You have the snorkeling, you have food. So there's must be, I think 2 boats are going, right? One boat with
Mm-hmm.
food and drink and water and equipment, whatever, and the chefs.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
For the group, and then another boat, with the participants and the divers and so on.
Right.
And yeah.
All right. Jessica, thank you for having
Yes.
me. This was fun.
Thank you.
I'm looking forward to us debriefing maybe and having another live to discuss the trip and whatever it is that we saw and so on. So I'm looking
Right.
forward to this trip.
Right. Cool. All right, Jaydon. Thanks again, and I see you soon.
All right. Bye.
Yeah.
Have a good night,
All
guys.
right. Take care. Bye.
Bye.
All right. All right, guys. So that was really, really cool. And what's the time actually? Oh, we almost 2 hours, and we have 38 people in the chat. That's so cool. You guys all joined. Very nice. I hope you enjoyed that live stream. So, guys, I'm telling you, I'm just so excited, and I hope I'm gonna get a lot of footage for you. I'm gonna be vlogging, of course, the entire trip. How we do. I probably even do what to bring, how to pack kind of vibe video, and then maybe a video of how we get there, the traveling there, the day one, and then the snorkeling part, the spear fishing part. I hope I can get some, I don't know, something like which I never got. And then I'm just very excited to see. I just really, really excited to see the marine life out there, because I believe it's much more untouched. But I know fishermen are out there, like they go out there, but still, I believe it's still much better than like it's offshore. So yeah. Another good one, Jess. I can't make this trip, but already plan to make it in April. Yes, so you can just, you can prepare slowly and save up to it, and get your gears. If there's still a gear you might not have, you might want also, like, it's good to have a GoPro so you can capture all the beauty from there. Tent, you will have to have a tent. You will have and then there are just little things like a light, a dry bag, extra batteries, and the more you think of it, the more you be like, oh, this and oh, that and oh, that. But of course there is also limitations. I'm like, Jessica, go easy with your luggage. There is just a certain, I don't know, liters. I don't know what the liter of the bag you can bring. So, yeah. I'll try, Julian. I'll try. Yeah, man. Make sure you pack gloves for the lionfish. Yes. So this is not very cool because Jaydon, he has a zookeeper. Zookeeper is this box, which is very cool. You basically, when you have caught the fish, you can just like stick it into that box, and it has those, like, I don't know, it's like this. So when you take it out, the fish is in there. So you can just keep it in there. And when you are back on land, and then you can just safely deal with the lionfish. So he has a zookeeper. So this is great. So we're going to have that. We're going to be well equipped for this expedition. Yes. Fish for breakfast, fish for lunch, fish for dinner. Yeah, man, guys, I really look forward to this. And now that I heard that there's even movie night and bonfire and all these things, that is really, really exciting. And then also, I think this is a good idea that maybe I can bring it up, that we all, the entire group, which is going to be there, that maybe we come up with an idea, a little campaign we could do in regards to either like bring up the awareness for environment, or we organize a beach cleanup, or we organize something. I don't know. I think the more brains coming together, the more like good ideas gonna come. So yeah, I talked a lot today. The Yardie Divers right here says thanks. Oh, tanks are included. Okay, John, tanks are included as well. So yes, so that's Jaydon right here. Yeah, man. So, and even so, there's a boat also where they have it's actually equipped for fishing. So I'm just looking forward to it. All right, guys, that's a wrap. Tomorrow I'm dropping a new video. It's gonna be a waterfall video, a new waterfall I found. So check it out. When it come out, immediately like, So that's a way you can support this channel, is when the videos coming out, leave a little nice, beautiful comment. I love to read them. And then you can click like, and the algorithm picks that up and be like, oh, people like it and they engage. So then that's a good video. And then it will bring the video to more people. Yes. Also, I have an exciting collaboration coming up, maybe next week, with another YouTuber. Look out for that. We're still working on the date and how and when and what. But as soon it is confirmed, I'm gonna let you know about that collaboration and that link up. Yeah. Anything else? Oh, I think that's it. Yes. So Peter, was nice to be with your guest. Thank you, Peter. And all right, cool. I'm gonna close off this live stream. That was already 2 hours, guys. That's so cool. We're really hanging out. Christmas is coming up soon. So yeah, a lot of good content coming your way. Obama, I am so excited for you. Thanks for this episode. of live stream. It was so interesting and I learned so much. Yes, yes, yes. And I don't know. Again, it's like, unfortunately, a lot of people in Jamaica on this island, but I know it's not unique to Jamaica. A lot of islanders sometimes cannot swim, and therefore I find it just very impressive that Jaydon studied marine biology, nevertheless, and just worked on the fear of diving and swimming and overcame that fear, and now that's just really cool. And with that, I hope maybe somebody will listen in here, or a parent, or maybe even a student, like an ongoing student, and maybe even consider to study um, marine biology, right? You never know. All right, guys, bye. Oh, that would be nice. Yes, yes, but I think he would. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's probably, yeah, yeah. That would be difficult, KP, but well, difficult because I don't know, he's still very young, so an adult would have like Moko would probably have to be there with him or come with him, or something like that. All right. Anyway, guys, now really, no, I'm going. Bye. Good night. Thanks for tuning in. Yes. Bye. I'm closing the live stream. Bye bye. Hey, I catch you next week again, same time, 7:30. Yes, every Thursday. Bye.